I was just at dinner with a friend, and then her friend, who's my current girlfriend, just stopped by. I was like, she just stopped by to say hi to her, and like within 5 seconds, I was like, "Holy shit, this girl is beautiful." And then, but I have to go through the test because like I don't really get along with women if like they don't love learning, they're not obsessive, they don't have a hobby, they don't like like there's just certain things where if you have these traits, we get along really well.
Yeah.
And if you don't, like it's impossible for us to hang out.
Yeah.
So I had to put her through the ringer and start asking questions.
Yeah.
What do you do? And then she was like, "I'm an author," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, good." She has a hobby, and then we started talking, and I just tried to get a feel if she likes learning, like, you know, whatever. What do you like to do? You know, sounds cringe, but you know, like what kind of content you consume, and it was more like documentary, educational, and like the type of stuff she does. And she has multiple degrees. You could tell she likes learning. Yeah. She's about to get a neuroscience degree just for fun, not even to get a job.
That's amazing.
Because like she invested in Bitcoin and did well, so she doesn't even like need it. And she was like checking all the boxes. And I had like these 10 things where like, if I meet a girl that's like beautiful and they have these 10 traits, like we're gonna be literally best friends.
Right.
Checked every single one of them.
Nice feet.
No, that was 11.
Okay.
I can give on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my nerdiness is showing because it's like
now I'm here.
Yeah.
This is where I come in. Oh no, I'm saying for you.
Like, I'm like the true definition of a nerd. Like I just need a partner who loves learning, you know, and just wants to improve. Like. For us now, like an idea of a date is just to like take an IQ test and then study and see if we can get it higher. Like, I love it, and I love watching documentaries. And like, we'll go buy 2 books, we'll read it, and like quiz each other. Absolute nerd. I'm a fucking nerd, but that's what I needed. Someone like that.
Yeah.
And it's like very hard to find someone like that. That's also like obviously very beautiful.
Hot. Yeah.
And so the second she like checked all those boxes, this was probably like the like 40th different girl I had talked to since my ex, and I was just waiting till I found someone that. Like met all these criteria. The second she checked them, I was like, "That's it." Yeah.
Wow.
So then I waited a couple of days, and then I just DM'd her. I was like, "Oh, so your book? Can I read it?" She sent it over, read the whole book, and it was just like acting like it was the greatest book ever, asking her questions until we hung out again. Yeah.
And then you officially ask her. You go, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" Or you guys just talk?
Well,
for a
that's
while
where it's weird because she's in South Africa.
Yeah.
Which is like a 30-hour flight away. She can't come to America because she doesn't have a visa.
Yeah.
So like. This is how you know I'm into her, because I like a 30-hour flight there and a 30-hour flight back.
You've flown
crazy.
to go hang?
Yeah, so I just fly out there to hang out with her and show that like I'm a real human, because I literally saw her for like 20, 30 minutes at dinner, and then I instantly flew back because the Antarctica shoot's canceled.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it was a little weird at first, because it's not like, oh, let's just hang out. It's like, hey, can I spend 30 hours on a plane to see you?
Yeah.
And then I instantly have to spend 30 hours the next day to fly back because I have a company to run.
Yeah.
And just flying there takes 3 entire days on a plane.
Fuck.
All I've ever wanted is someone to just read books with me, watch documentaries, and just like learn with me. Because then if you're not learning, then it's like, I could make $100,000 an hour or whatever. So it's like, how can I justify spending an hour of time with you if I'm not becoming a better person?
What a flex that was.
That's why it's like, I have to be getting better with my partner.
Yeah.
Or how the fuck am I going to invest 20, 30,000 hours?
You literally know the value of your time.
Yeah, basically.
Like every time you go on a date with her, you were spending an immense amount of money.
That's why I was so particular, because it's hard because I've optimized my life so much in a way where down to the numbers, I can't just shut it off and be like, oh, well, this doesn't count. I know the value of that 2-hour date at fucking Red Lobster. I know it. And so if I'm not getting smarter, it's just like, it just literally destroys my entire psychology.
Yeah.
And I lose my mind. I'll have a mental like fucking breakdown. I'll be like, this is not like, if I extrapolate this out over 10 years, I'm fucked. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But now that I have someone that makes me smarter and we like learn together, it's great. I forward extrapolate, I'm way smarter, and it works.
How serious does that get? Like when you go to take a pee, are you like calculating how much time you're wasting right now?
The problem is like we're not robots, so we can't work all the time. So the way I see it,
that's a problem.
It's annoying. I wish you could. So you gotta basically, when you're not working, you have to be full decompression. So like you're either working and going 100 miles an hour, or you're like doing nothing you don't like, outsource everything. You shouldn't cook, you shouldn't touch anything, you shouldn't go shopping, you should only do what you feel like doing so you quickly recharge and then you can get right back to it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like there are certain things that are just necessary because you have to recharge. Like just having fun and not working.
What is decompression for you?
Weirdly enough, watching documentaries, reading books, that kind of stuff. Like that's the kind of stuff I enjoy, or watching anime and things like that.
Yeah.
And when you're decompressing, you need to be fully decompressing.
Yeah.
So then like there's time between you working is as short as possible so you can just keep going.
But you didn't have any animosity, like once you made it and the people that kind of rejected you or told you to stop talking were like, oh, that's really cool.
No.
You didn't feel like any anger. You didn't want them to feel the pain that they made you feel?
That sounds like a villain arc.
But I think that's a lot of like what
no,
these
He's a villain.
God,
Mark
no,
is a
'cause
villain.
But that's what incels feel, I think, a lot of times. Like,
No, because you
Also
can.
Mark.
It's like it's not like they were purposely being mean. We just had different wiring. Like why is it my like why would I hate them for just being
bro.
a
I
normal
mean, you a
human?
fucking
know what I mean?
weirdo, you know
Like
what
it's
I mean?
not their fault. I was wired like a weirdo. I am a weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm just not a weirdo when you put me in a room with other weirdos. Then I'm normal, which is what I
Then
strive
you're
to do
a
is be
genius.
surrounded by weirdos.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like people who
Yeah.
chase, making videos and entrepreneurship over happiness.
Yeah.
Like that's not normal.
Yeah. Yeah. But having a bunch of other people that feel the same way feels
Oh,
pretty
bro,
goddamn
And you
normal.
just sit there and you just jerk each other off and jack each other up over every day. You're just like ramming each other up. Like it also sounds so like cool in the like looking back like, oh, he was so driven. He didn't have friends and it's fucking hell.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're like glamorizing it, but it's fucking hell to think like that no one in the world relates to you and you're just this fucking alien.
It sounds like hell.
I wasn't
don't think
glamorizing it,
I don't
yeah.
think we're
I just
glamorizing
think
it.
like, yeah, to be clear, it is not fucking fun. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone because I just got lucky meeting those people. If not, I don't think I ever would have blew up. And I don't know what I would have done.
I think I just can't imagine the euphoria you feel when you finally feel comfortable talking to someone. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
because
Well, you talk to someone and they don't instantly go, can you talk about anything else besides YouTube?
or can you just stop talking?
Exactly.
Yeah, the person who listens to what you say and
and they
I
go,
mean,
say more.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I want to know more.
I would say that the moment I realized I wanted to marry my wife is I really love sharing with her and I wanted her to share with me. But it was like that's what we're gonna do for the majority of our life. We're gonna share.
Yeah.
And
Even all your resources.
yeah, but there's something so important about like sharing and the person you're talking to feeling like they value what you say.
100%.
Yeah, it fucking lifts you up. And to go like years without feeling like anybody cared about that, one, that's resilience. That
Yeah.
takes a different level of resilience.
Yeah, a lot of people would
have
have quit.
A lot of
before you
people
got there.
break.
But there's just no, the problem is
You could have
like,
shot your whole school, dude.